Morning, morning, everybody. Michelle is here on this Monday, November the 14th, 2023. In the place to be, baby. I hope everybody's doing fantastic, magnificent, and marvelous because I am. Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. Just doing my thing on Mondays. Sorry about that. Just doing my thing, because when there's a holiday, I think these holidays do more disruption than anything else. Because some people cannot afford to take the days off because they don't get paid for it. Or some people just have things they need to do and not necessarily be almost forced to do stuff. Some people are forced to take off even though they don't get paid, so what are you gonna do? And then some of us, like when I was as a first responder, we had to work regardless of what holiday it was. So it's just a lot of disruption, and I think it causes more harm than good just to allow people to decide if they want to take off and sort of arrange their schedules accordingly. I know a lot of people are refusing. Apparently, that's what I'm reading. That a lot of people are refusing to come back into work. That a lot of people prefer to do the remote. They would rather work from home or work from another location and not necessarily be in an office or be in a particular office. And I don't know why we don't give some people options that'll make their life where they can just develop themselves properly, protect themselves properly, and be allowed to control the space between their ears without all of this indoctrination and manipulation and deception and all of this forcing people to do this and forcing people to do that and telling them they have no options. And at the same time, attempting to bury someone's self-will or their free will. So there's just a lot of things going on. Why not have some people work in other places, that are bringing them some peace? It may not be at home. They don't have to necessarily be at home, but they don't necessarily have to be in a room full of a lot of people. Maybe they can be in their single offices. It's just do whatever you can to assist people and get your job and get the job done. So there's just a lot of things that we are just have to face with. But at the same time, just be gentle and calm and relaxing with yourself and recognize it's a process, and it's going to be a process forever. It's a developing forever. So I think if a lot of people understand that, they can relax a little bit and know that, okay, because you can't fool your consciousness. I just want to make that clear and effective. You cannot fool your consciousness. All you're going to do is be spinning and spinning and spinning, and you're going to be having the same type of experiences, the same type of this, because you're not clearing things up. You're not resolving things. You're not finding solutions or resolutions to things. You're just kind of spinning and spinning and spinning. Ruminating. But anyway, I put a podcast out earlier this morning, to give you something in your ear on this Monday, which means what? Not a goddamn thing. How about that? And just enjoy my morning. I just had my coffee, and of course, once I'm done here, I'm gonna go in there and fix me something else to eat. I can snack all day long, and I love that. And it helps me stay, kind of equal, neutral in my hunger and not overeating or undereating, overdoing it, because that's what we love to do. That we love to overdo everything. We take everything so extreme and so restrictive. Like some people, when they plan to do challenges or have goals in mind, they make it so restrictive and illogical, and that's why they fail. And they have the same resolutions or same goals over and over and over and over again for decades upon decades, because they make it too restrictive, and it's unreasonable, and it's irrational, and it's not actually grounded in any reality. And so many people are faking all the, they're faking about how they're losing weight. They're faking about, I knew back in the day, this was back in the early 90s, when men wanted to have a certain physique, they would have implants, so women do the implants, men are doing implants. We're just constantly manipulating our material structure, which at the end of the day, during your final hours, it's going to be a meaningless package, a meaningless, skin. It's just going to end up skin and bones and whatnot, So yes, take value in protecting yourself, taking care of yourself, eating properly, having proper exercise, but make it fun. Don't make it so restrictive and taking it so personal. See if you can take make it impersonal and say, hey, let's see what happens. Let's see if I can lose this weight. Do you need to lose the weight? Why do you, and ask those questions too. Why do you need to lose the weight? Is somebody telling you to lose the weight? Is it a health-related situation? Blah, 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 blah. But now, unfortunately, so many people can go in and manipulate their bodies, have all this surgery done, which is life-threatening, and, just to get a certain look. And then when things don't turn out the way they had hoped they would, in most cases, I would say in 90% of the cases, it may not turn out as you hoped. You still may not be able to find an interpersonal relationship or find a relationship of intimacy with someone. It's about self-preservation. It's about being gentle and kind with yourself. And that means with your body. I've had some surgery done, but that was for medical reasons, But a lot of people go in and make up medical reasons. So it's just one of those things that is kind of crazy. And so I know how to kind of filter it out and discern it out. And that's all I'm telling others to do. Just be as be as genuine and authentic as you can, as you are, and just kind of let everything else kind of flow by you. Don't attempt to block it out. Just let it flow by you, and say, you can give your opinions and theories on it, fine, but do not attempt to take on more than you can handle when we're attempting to understand each other. I would focus on understanding myself. Why do I do what I do? And how can I improve? And, keep it on me, but not keep it about me, but not so restrictive. And see if I can see it as an impersonal quest that, okay, why am I doing this? Is it logical? Is it rational? Is it reasonable? Am I grounded in reality? Because I don't care what anyone says. No one, I know a lot of people say, I don't care what anybody says about me. I see the contradictions in that, and I understand why people would say that. And I know I think genuinely, if people are honest, you do care what people say about you. Okay, so stop it. Stop lying to yourself. Forget about what everybody else is saying. You do care what people say about you. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an issue. You wouldn't have had to say it. Like I said, I care what people say about me. I care what people think about me. But I can't control it on the social media platform. And I actually cannot control it off the social media platform, actually. I mean, that's just how we are. That's where we are. So just love you. Love this person you see in the mirror. And like I say on my podcast, what I attempt to do is help people to speak to themselves, speak to you, connect with you. Don't be so concerned about connecting with others and following people and riding coattails and fixing yourself up to look like a celebrity. And if you only knew all that is smoke and mirrors with these celebrities, and they get paid for that though. That's the part that a lot of people seem to miss. A lot of these celebrities and these high-profile people in the entertainment, they are entertaining us. Okay, they're presenting a fantasy, an illusion, a delusion for us. They get paid for that. A lot of them, the reason why they fail or they fall so hard is because they take on those personas as them. They believe they are those personas and not recognizing, no, you're not. You're just playing and performing and entertaining. And usually those people have a team of people behind them that's created those personas. They're fake. That's my point. They're fake. They're not reality. Okay? And so when you get yourself lost in those fantasies and illusion, that's exhausting. It's exhausting enough just to be a genuine human being in the true sense. Now imagine if you have to put on these personas. That's exhausting, because they want you, the people around you want you to be so immersed in that, in these fantasies. And so a lot of people just don't know how to separate themselves, because most of the time they can't sleep because they're thinking about these personas that they're creating. Most of the time they have poor relationships with other people because they are, like I said, so immersed in these fake personas. They think that they are Superman or Superwoman, and they're not communicating properly with their families and friends and letting them know, look, this is just a character I'm playing, So there's just a lot of illusion and delusion, and it usually is within. It comes from within. It's nobody we can blame outside of us, but we love to do that. We love to blame our parents. Oh God, give me a break. That's the main thing a lot of people do, want to blame their parents. They want to blame their environment. They want to blame, they want to blame women. They want to blame men. There's a lot of men coming forward too that came from single households, and they're just ready to pounce on their mother, blaming their mother, or they want to even pounce on their father, blaming their father for everything. And they don't want to take on any responsibility for themselves, and knowing that they have free will the free will to develop themselves. However, especially when you become an adult, that's your responsibility. Like I said, when I was growing up and developing, I was just as confused as anybody else. I was this, I was that, I was in my fantasies and my delusions. But thankfully, when I made it to an adult, it was almost like at the nick of time. When I made it to an adult, I realized, okay, wait a minute, Michelle, snap out of it. And so I snapped out of it. I moved out on my own, started reading, started self-educating myself. And that was the best experience of my life. Even though I had some failures, I was attracted to certain people and they were not attracted to me, or this, the interpersonal relationships did not go very well. But, I still kept moving forward. And then I realized, I realized this like last year, that after reading my diaries, oh my God, I was definitely in a delusion, because I was rejecting people left and right. There was something always not right about them. Nope. So, hey, everything had to come to a neutral. You're going to be rejected, and you're going to reject, and you need to be okay with that and say, okay, fine, I'm good, and not beat yourself up about stuff. And ask yourself, who told you that you needed to be married? Who told you that you need to have kids? Who told you you need to go into this particular career? Who told you you need to move here? Who told you to buy a house? Who told you to, you ask these questions of yourself and make sure it's coming from you. And that way you can take responsibility for that and be gentle with yourself and say, okay, because you are allowed to make mistakes. If you're not making mistakes, then you're not developing. You're going to be stagnated, you're going to be restricted, and you're going to be miserable, and you're going to make everybody else miserable around you. Okay? Remember the energy of your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. That all comes from you. Your reality is what you created. Okay? You created your reality. Take responsibility for it if you choose to. I would take responsibility for it so that you don't have to keep repeating those same kind of experiences over and over and over again until you just finally say, okay, I accept responsibility for that. I take responsibility for this. I am accountable. But you don't have to share that with anybody, though. No one has to know. Make it right with you. You have to make things right within you, within your innermost being. Otherwise, you're just going to keep having those same experiences over and over again, and they're going to get more and more intense. Okay, more and more intense, where, it's going to be so overwhelming on top of everything else. A lot of people just don't make it through that. They either take their lives or they just neglect themselves to a point to where, everything is over for them. So enjoy the moments. I say that, because actually you have no choice. I mean, let me stop there. You do have choices, but when I say enjoy the moments, that means that, these are the moments that you created, and these are the moments that you're responsible for, as well as moments of collectiveness. We failed at doing things collectively, but individually, a lot of people have a lot more room to self-correct themselves. Planet Earth is going to be self-correcting. It's going to be causing devastation and chaos for a lot of people, especially for your materialism and your material objects and equipment and all this stuff you hold dear to yourself. But I also just want to say, I want to send a shout out to the people, like I said, are listening to me, having fun with my my podcast, my videos, silently supporting me. I do plan to speak with small groups of people in the future. I look forward to meeting some of you and sharing my experiences just like millions of other people are. I'm going to make it of a comfortable, relaxing environment, and I want people to be safe. That's why I have to really consider how I'm going to do this. Okay, that's the main thing. Of course, I'm going to have to consider how I'm going to be providing for myself, and how I'm going to be navigating through all of this and enjoying it too. And I'm enthusiastic about it. There are some really, 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 really tough moments ahead for a lot of us. I mean, some devastations, I want to sending love to people that have lost some loved ones recently. That's just the beginning of it all, because a lot of people are aging, of course. A lot of people are sick. When I say sick, they have these incurable diseases, that is devastating to them. And a lot of people that are caring for that watch them, suffer with the pain and the agony and the misery of having this, this pain within them, or how this disease is treating them inside. And a lot of people are experiencing these dementia, this consciousness damage, which is worse than dementia, actually. When someone has consciousness damage, that's worse than dementia, in my opinion. And, where they just lost all touch of reality. And it's unsafe for them to even participate in an environment without some assistance. A lot of people call it dementia, but to me it may be just consciousness damage that is acting as though it's dementia because of the behavior and the actions of the person experiencing it. I think it's more of a consciousness damage, but that's just my theories and opinion. Whereas it's incurable. Okay, and you're not going to be able to reach them. They're there physically, but you're not going to be able to reach them at all, ever. And they'll pretend that they understand you and pretend that they're there, but they're not. Okay, they lost themselves in their reality and their delusion. They're not grounded in reality, and that's why you have to save them. I remember hearing someone talking on one of these the many things that I listened to. They said that when you are in that kind of delusion, it's almost like they are having a lucid dream. They're like living lucidly, where they know that they're not in a reality, but they're pretending. All right, they're lucid. All right, so there's just a lot of things that's going to happen to a lot of us, and there's going to be a lot of people that needing to care for their family member or their loved one. So just like I said, protect your consciousness. Protect it. When you speak to yourself, make sure you speak to you. When you're praying, pray to you. Pray to your consciousness. Pray for a healthy consciousness. Pray for it to be grounded in reality, to deal with these difficult times we have ahead. Understand that everything is not what it seems. We have been lied to for some reason. Well, there is a reason, but we've been lied to, we've been manipulated, we've been indoctrinated. But it's our responsibility to unravel that and come back, and understand that you're responsible for everything that is happening to your life. Don't wait until you've lost your reality of your consciousness. In other words, don't wait until you are steeped in delusion and where the only thing that can save you is medication, possibly. But medication, all medication does is kind of calm. What is it? It supposedly regulates you. You know, medication is just a regulator to regulate you so that you can properly function. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and share that this morning. I know it's getting to be a long video, and that's not my purpose. But I'm going to come back because I want to share some more things, especially to those that are resonating with me, picking up my frequency, understanding my purpose, understanding my intentions. I know you're listening to me, and I appreciate it. Nothing but love to you. And I'm going to do everything I can to help. You know, you can put the messages out there. I capture them. Okay. Do that. What's that? Give me some signs. That's it. Some signs of support. I pick it up. Trust me. Give me some signs of support, and I'll do everything I can to share what I know and what I'm developing. It's a constant development. Keep that in mind. Have fun with it. Suspend your ego, but remember, it's about self-preservation, though. Self-preservation, not self-sacrifice. No sacrifice. It's about a purpose and an intention. Okay, enjoy it. It is fun once you understand. Okay, and I'm gonna help you. Peace and love, and trust me, I'll be back.